Blood is going to go the way of HellRaisers. The three of them able to gang up onto Slayer.
And we're finding to bait with the one bottom, and then they go for kills. But here we go, top lane.
Yeah, they get the setup. Disruption.
It's kill mana break.
Is it enough damage to take him? Stampy's going to be popped. Crystallize is able to blink over. They're able to turn and get Roger. He still has to keep his distance. There's a lot of poison and it's too much, but Poshka will pop him as HellRaisers get the AM kill. Cost them a couple of heroes, but it's still AM getting knocked off the map.
Disruptor, DP.
And then there's NAVI. Where are you looking to fight? Just wherever HellRaisers are, or are you going to just start focusing on one of these tier 1 towers on the other lanes?
Yeah, they should have waited 30 seconds with the smoke and put a heroes on lanes, because they won't kill the bird now.
Yeah, they'll look to commit onto Funnick. They'll find the Timber. They're going to drop the Static Storm. He's going to go for the TP out. If they got any cancel, they have. Glimpse is still ready. He's still out of it though, Funnick.
He's fine.
That cloak, yeah, is making all the difference. They cannot kill him, and now the turn's available for HellRaisers. Nyx charges forward, Diffusal Blade still onto Ilias, and with the Timber Chain damage, they're blocking off Pasha, allowing no escape for him. A double kill for Nyx. Keep themselves sat over this half of the map, taking away as much farm as they can from the camps that Crystallize is looking towards. Go for the Glimpse back. There's still connected real down. Pasha, can he get the stun onto the Shadow Demon? He can with the help out of Crystallize. They take down the SD. Instant buyback from Poshka. Wants to make sure that you can get over and enable HellRaisers if they go in. See what sort of reaction they can force, because Crystallize remains sat on that bottom lane. He's going to push it right up towards the tier 3.
They have to TP bottom right now, so they should back off. Disruptor spawn. But they cannot back because the Glimpse. But they can get the AM kill if they TP.
They do. Perfect setup. Roger.
That
hammer done. He's ready to make the combos happen. He's hit that level 10 too, so with that extra impale stun duration, the combo's always going to be there. They lose Funnick off the back of that mid. I mean, that what could have been something they could have avoided. You felt that HellRaisers should have stepped back a little quicker there. But he is in those timings. If he's able to just sort of get that Manta done and dusted, then the real threat is going to be Roger. He has to make sure this Nyx doesn't find him. If Roger gets a touch on him with that instant stun into the hammer, there's not a lot really that the M can do to save himself. He will die to sort of any hero plus the Nyx assassin at this point.
Okay. He might die here. Yeah. He has a Roger. He knows that he's strong enough to almost solo kill this AM. He just needs like a little bit of backup.
Well, I'd like to think that none of these players are stupid, you know.
No.
All right.
He sees the Nyx, of course, but he's gonna start with Yules into Lash.
See the Lash. There we have it.
Shield off, so yeah, it doesn't matter. So I think Crystallize is a bit frustrated right now. That's Funnick is gonna get caught there. Let's see what Shadow Demon. They should go for Shadow Demon right away with Glimpse. But Brit is taking the fights.
Yeah, he wants to try and sort of trade back on this, committing onto Magical. Magical's popped the Exorcism, but Nyx is doing a lot of damage through it. Magical has to keep his distance. Nyx turns, he's been silenced, but now his own BKB is popped. Still chasing down the DP. He's trying to run on this. Magical's speedy, but finally being slowed down. The BKB ends, Magical will fall. Nyx gets the kill. The rest of Navi have to be incredibly careful getting out of here. Ilias is trying to run, but the webs are down. Poshka and Nyx will find him. There's no hiding in the trees for this man, as another kill is picked up by the Spider.
Sees a TP on the outpost. Then they take the fight over here, the side of the map. So AM dodges the gank and then they take the fights. That's how they have to
Crystallize. He's just blinked into a lot of trouble. He blinks in the mid. Nyx is there as well as Roger. They do get the Who Stomp pop onto Nyx. Nyx not committing with the BKB, so Crystallize can jump out Slayer. He's going to jump forward, look for the lockdown with the lasso. He's just trying to buy time for the rest of his team to get out of there. Another blink from Crystallize will save him. The bat will fall, but HellRaisers, they want to find more than that. Funnick dragged back by the Glimpse. Magical, you'll set up. They've got the stun follow-up, but the BKB is instant. Magical is still trying his best to get back to the high ground, and he'll be able to do so. They don't have the power to fight through the BKB.
He switched to bottom.
Yeah, instantly, as soon as he sees Crystallize,
can run on this
action.
Yeah, very good. Because he can cancel the TP also, right? So he contributes to the top lane by not being there.
Talking about the top lane is they're still just getting overrun.
AM tipped it
HellRaisers, they get the 2 kills. Crystallize has indeed backed, and the BKB, it's not there. Didn't manage to get the funds in time. They're losing this Rax here up top. The buyback's coming out from both Ilias and Pasha, who stomp connection onto Funnick. Crystallize tries to commit, but they just don't have the damage to take him down immediately. A defensive disruption, Manifold will pop the Lesh the once, but they've lost the Disruptor. It's a dieback on him. The bash is out from Nyx. Pasha is taken out. Double dieback on Navi's side. This game looking to be maybe even just over or at least getting closer and closer. And yeah, they're going to call it. GG comes out from Crystallize. They didn't have the time to play as they wanted to with this AM as HellRaisers. They punished it perfectly.
You saw Crystallize drawing on the minimap. He's a bit frustrated on this game, I can tell.
The lanes, however, I think might be a little bit easier for HR. You have Ricky plus Batrider versus Sand plus Sky.
Rick is high armor here, but it doesn't protect him from magic damage. So they could just spam them out there.
First blood, it's going to go the way on the top lane.
Yeah, the thing is, Bat is cool then, but if Phoenix stalls a bit, yeah, they're gonna go for the kill.
Straight up slope into the Rolling Thunder. There's the stun fall up from Funnick. A glimpse will be there onto the ledge, but they've got the pullback from the Remnant. He's stuck in deep underneath the tower. This Naga Siren is slowly dying to the output from this Leshrac. That's one kill. They quickly move on to a second as Maposhka hits the 6 off the back of that kill. Has the Astral Step available, they get the 2 of them. A perfect hold from HellRaisers pushes Navi back from that bottom lane.
Yeah, it's time to back top though. Bat cannot die here. Alright.
Death and a lasso on cooldown there.
Yeah.
At the moment, he's not going to come with the team with the smoke. It's just going to be Roger and Funnick going in, but they're on the high ground, Navi. Smoke will be dispelled. Instant Who Stomp and the silence onto Maposhka will take the Void Spirit out. They also have the vision for the glimpse back on Roger. He's still got a swashbuckle and a Rolling Thunder to play with. Up to the high ground he goes, but the Mystic Flare is perfectly placed. Navi will take the 2 of them. They were prepared for HellRaisers coming in from the river. Bottom lane, Crystallize, trying to go on to Roger.
Should use the ults, yes. Even cancels the TP with the ulti. Creep died.
I mean, Crystallize, he's having quite a nice game on this Naga Siren. He's getting a lot of space early on.
Yeah, it's time to make moves with Bat, I think. Should not be waiting more.
Top lane, Nyx is just going to jump into his death. They're set up with the sentries and instant silence, and now HellRaisers, they're starting to crumble up here. Funnick.
Nice touch.
It's going to get glimpsed back. The 4th and ready and waiting. He will fall as well. 12-6 now for Navi. A 2k lead.
I think as soon as he picks up the duels, you're going to see him start playing aggressive. It's because he's thinking about his idle timings. Playing like a mid player, you know?
Pasha doesn't get the stun, but it doesn't matter. Drag back into the Static Storm. The bat is gone.
He got his
Signing out of the game again. There's a little bit of a silver lining then with the money spent up.
Blink into it.
Roger. He's going to look to lead him with the Rolling Thunder. Pasha's out with the blink. Roger, can he still get a catch here? Who can he find? Looks towards Crystallize, but in fact he's backing out. Doesn't want to continue to chase the Naga Siren. Jump forward from Maposhka. He's in with the pull onto Ilias. Pops the Resonant Pulse. He's got a fair bit of protection against the right clicks. He's still running. Another jump up as he jukes them back up to the high ground. He'll get himself away, but Crystallize is in. Has the control to set up for the Mystic Flare. Roger will fall. More kills going the way of this Naga Siren. 3-1 and 2. Crystallize's game continues to go from better to even better. Mid lane, Nyx is caught as well. The Ricky is dead. Navi striking back hard in this game too, now with a 5k lead.
I'm not really blaming Bats or anything.
No, I'm not. You're not at all. This is exactly what we like to hear. Just it's the different options of the ways that you can play the hero in this scenario.
Yeah. Okay. We have travels on Bats. He's gonna backstab them.
Just get the lasso. That's a big grab as he got the damage there to kill Magical. Another Slight Fist is out and the Remnant's prepared. They're away and Bat is going to get left behind in the Static Storm. Roger is able to cover him a little bit with the Rolling Thunder, but another slight change and the glimpse back. Kasani will fall. They do manage to at least find both Pasha and Slayer in return, but still it's not a great trade for HellRaisers. That makes it incredibly hard to catch him. I mean, already in terms of the catch that they do have, they really need to get him held in the smoke screen if they want a chance of killing this end. But down bottom, they try to play Crystallize. Kasani, he's just dying to the illusions. Crystallize is able to turn them on him with this Manta Diffusal done.
He wants the song
out. He's been used up into the Remnant combo, but he pots the Manta, gets out. Can he pop this song in time? He cannot. They get the kill on the Naga Siren. Finally able to end Crystallize's survival down here in their own jungle. See if they can catch anything more. Funnick's on the hunt. Pasha, who's stomped. They may wrap back onto this Navi. Slayer and Ilias from the low ground. Slayer jukes out the Remnant, but the pullback's there onto Ilias. They've found the silence onto Roger. Clumsy net to set up for Pasha to walk in. There'll be a self-fuels from this Pango, buying him some time as he is able to walk back out of it. Slayer will die as Roger claims the kill. He's still hunting for Ilias as well. Ilias into the trees. On the back of it, Pasha being dealt with by Nyx and Funnick. They get themselves a 3rd kill, and they should be able to find the Disruptor too. Roger is going to have another swashbuckle, and Yules is up in a few seconds if a TP's attempted. He doesn't even have a TP. Ilias, he's got no way out of this. Gets trapped in by his own creep. He's doing a fair bit of damage back to Roger with the Thunder Strike, but with the backup of the Rookie, they easily take him out. Getting Crystallized out of there. Suddenly a huge amount of that gold lead is just taken out of the game. And spot him.
Back into Lash.
Another grab.
Nice. He's gonna need the Kibida at some point, but I would even go Bloodstone now, just to be greedy, top lane.
I've got him. More kills for Crystallize, that they are heading straight over there. Kasani leading the charge. Song's going to be popped. Na'Vi
No
wants
Ember.
to try and fight this. Remnant's going to be thrown in from the side. Kasani with a quick use up. The initiation from Na'Vi not necessarily perfect as HellRaisers, they're still fighting fit. They can take this fight. Ilias is going to be chased. Disruptor's gone. They're looking for Pasha in the trees. He's trying to hide. Crystallize, he's got to keep his distance away from this bat, but Nyx is already on top of them, wrapping around with the vision. They're getting outnumbered. The napalm stacks up on a Pasha. Pasha is dead. The jump over the Decimate towards Crystallize. A Remnant also in place to make sure he cannot head north to escape. They surround this Naga Siren, take down Crystallize. Magical is committing to try and find kills, but Nyx with the jump out, he will live. Magical is going to get pulled back by this Remnant after the Sleight of Fist ends. Kasani is just layering down the damage with this Napalm and Firefly. They clean him up as well. HellRaisers, they're absolutely back into this.
No blink here to initiate, so...
Just going to try and run him down. See if they can find him. They're popping the Stampede. Na'Vi might try and take the fight. Crystallize pops the Song. They are relatively close. It's easy. It's close enough for the setup. Static Storm and Kinetic Field catches the two of them. Self-Fuels buys time, but not enough for Roger. Roger still goes down. Kasani finds the option to lasso the Ember. Magical will die. He's dead for 7. He does have buyback if he feels the need to come back in. Pasha goes forward with the blink of the 4-man Hoostomp. That is good enough for Magical to buy back. Na'Vi, they're going to try and turn this fight, but Crystallize, he's falling fast, and he's out of it. They kill off the Naga Siren. Magical's got to find some kills in return, but Nyx jumps over towards Kasani. They don't have the vision or control to catch out the Ricky. He'll escape. Self-Fuels buys a little bit more time for Kasani. In fact, it's enough. Kasani's going to live. Magical's not able to kill him off. He gets knocked back. The flame break into the Remnant. Magical dead for 100 seconds because of that dieback. Ilias is trying to TP out, but the Yules, again, it cancels it all. The Disruptor is dead. And Na'Vi, they've just lost the entirety of the lead that they were starting to build up in the last 10 minutes. And I guess sort of in Crystallizer's mind as well, he's playing for that item after the Skadi, which is going to be the BKB that he queues up to make sure that he can have some force in the fights without worrying too much about, for instance, the smoke screen and such, holding him down and in place. Down bottom, though, the jump's been made onto both Slayer and Pasha. They're gone. They're into the base. See what sort of a trade Na'Vi can do down bottom with this illusion.
Remnant out fast.
They've got the jump. They've got the catch. Instantly, the Yules into the Ether Remnant. Hard for him to make a play to put a break to it as they get that kill on Magical. Once more, Magical, it continues to be dead.
They need to go for the kill bottom.
There's no buyback on him.
He's gonna buy travels otherwise.
Oh, Funnick.
Yeah.
He just fat fingered the BKB. Pasha's going to be back in the game, but still a half a minute without their carry Ember. Funnick's just charged.
Buyback. No buyback. They found Rick.
Ooh, they have.
Look at Pango.
Is that combo? Ricky is in. Is there any way of saving him? There is. Ricky just gets shredded. Will buyback. That is the counter to the combo. He'll come instantly in with the buyback. Na'Vi, they try and get out, but the lassos, they're in. They have the ability to cancel the BKB TP out from Crystallize. He's locked in place. They've got one force to offer. It's not enough to save him. Crystallize is dead. They'll turn over towards Pasha. And with no Crystallize for 70 seconds, no Pasha for 70 seconds as well, HellRaisers, they could just continue to run down Na'Vi one by one. Kasani, he's not even going to fall. He's able to step out of the Mystic Flare. It's 4 dead on Na'Vi. HellRaisers can just go barreling down the lane. This game may just be even over. A second set of racks will be taken.
They're posturing. Funnick wants to run in first, but he needs the buyback.
There's the initiation. This could be really painful for Funnick. Can they get him out of in time? He's able to Yules up already. Kasani's just running straight in. The Song will be popped. Who are they going to grab? They're dragging onto the Disruptor to make sure there isn't the Static Storm setup. The perfect follow-up play from Kasani to break that combo of Na'Vi. Crystallized BKB is on the retreat. They have the Ether Remnant pulling back in Pasha. Pasha still with HP to play with. Charging forward, looking for Miposhka, but they've lost 2 on Navi. They got the big kill though. Ricky is dead. Crystallized buys back. They have to try and abuse this 2 minutes where Nyx is out of the game. Swashbuckle onto Slayer. Crystallized has now rejoined the forces. HellRaisers, they've got to be careful. Sure, there's no Disruptor, there's no Centaur, but there's still the catch is magical.
Like Roger, you can steal the edge, you know. We saw that move. We saw that before.
Yeah. We definitely did.
Yeah, Navi's job here is to go on them right away.
Who they're found? They're gonna go on the Lash.
It's not that good.
Lesh is dead. Gem will hit the deck, but as you say, Lesh is prepared with the buyback. Funnick straight into the game. Once more, Miposhka's got the dissimulate to jump out. He's able to get away, but they have the vision for the drag back with the glimpse. Another astral step still saved, so Miposhka will live. HellRaisers doing a good job of fighting Navi outside of the pit. Kasani, he's in. The lockdown on Magical. Lasso buys him some time, but Magical still with the BKB can commit onto Miposhka. Miposhka, Resonant Pulse and an astral step out. He will live. He turns with the Remnant. Magical is just getting toyed around with, but there's the backup he required. Pasha's in with the two-man hoot stomp. The follow Mystic Flare. Funnick has to put the BKB in an attempt to get out of there. Kasani flies over the ravine. Funnick's being chased down by the illusions of Crystallize. Funnick is dead. A dieback effectively for the Leshrac. Pango's silenced up. He's trying to chase on a Crystallize. Crystallize is the focus. They've got to keep this Naga Siren alive, but he's been bashed. He's held in the smoke screen. Crystallize, he goes down. They get the big kill. HellRaisers hitting back hard despite losing the Leshrac. They look towards Slayer. The bash, the root. He's dead and gone. HellRaisers will win the fight around this area. Navi cannot go for Roche.
Stun or chains. And we'll see what happens.
See what they want to blow on the bat here. Jump forward, who's stopping a Mystic Flare? That's done it. Kasani's gone. Instant buyback from the Batrider as he looks to return to the side of his teammates. Miposhka committing in deep. Nyx, he's just going for the backlines. He finds the Scar. The Static Storm is down. Nyx, he's in deep. He's rooted in place. They've got him the once. Can they do it again? The Aegis is popped. Rolling over here. Roger just committing chaos onto the backlines of Navi, hitting all three of them with that ultimate. He goes straight across over towards Magical as well. Lasso and trapped up in the smoke screen. It is game over. It is GG. As HellRaisers, they will take game 2. Navi just couldn't hit off that combo. They couldn't hold it off long enough. HellRaisers, I mean, this team, we saw it against VP and we're seeing it here against Navi.
And you might be seeing Medusa and Ember in the same portion of the map trying to farm up.
So this is the level 2 time I was talking about. They might not be enough. It is enough. Like this. Then they need to move their heroes to bottom lane. When Ember's out bottom.
I mean, they've come in here around the mid to just try and farm some of the stack that's been made. He's dead and gone. Deep past the tower. HellRaisers also getting the profit. Their heroes are just that little bit more strong at the moment. Navi, they are going to drop the wards. Kasani is going to get caught out by the Hex. If they got any protection, they have, Roger. He's going to send the Spirit forward, look for the stomp on the Shaman. Miposhka as well, committing the swap. Another swap as he tries to run away. Pots the stick charges. He's pulling Navi's attention away from the rest of Magical. Gets the Rolling Thunder cancel onto the TP of Roger in time. Slayer's able to head over with the backup Hex. They will get the 2 support.
I'm looking at this mid lane also. Yeah, I'm looking at this Prophet, and any even game with Prophets, it's not looking good for the Prophet team.
So he's the man that's got to do the carrying. Kasani's in range to start messing around with him. And he goes with the Spirit Vessel onto him. Crystallize tries to dance out of there. Will turn to the Ember, able to pop at the Flame Guard, but they've got the stun, and they've got more than enough damage control.
Panic.
With the Spirit Vessel, with the ET on top of them, he just crumbles. Jump over towards Ilias as well. It's a second pickup for Kasani. HellRaisers, it's starting to get bloody now. They know their power. They can run over Navi's heroes. They've got to move quick.
You don't expect the rush to die that fast.
No, they're scanning it out now. They've found it out, but it's a little too late. Or is it Magical? He's rolling in. It's going to be timed quite nicely. He's in, but he doesn't get the kill on the Aegis. Nyx is able to take both of them as Roshan will fall to HellRaisers. The Deucer grabs the Aegis. They look towards Kasani. The Static Storm will trap the Ember Spirit. Have they got the damage with the Serpent Wards? Is close. It's not enough. The Sleight of Fist dodging the Serpent Ward's final attacks as Kasani will get out of there. The Essence Ring heal helping him as well. They lose the Venge, but overall they get Roshan, the Aegis. They're taking 3 kills. They may even be able to get Crystallized. He tries to Manta dodge it. He still gets hit by the Sleep. He will bring down the ET, but he himself will almost certainly fall. There's the chase from Kasani up to the high ground. He's not going to have Sleight of Fist back in time. He was still on cooldown. So actually ends up only feeding another kill to Crystallize. Crystallize is going to live out the back of this. The remainder of HellRaisers looking to smoke straight into Navi here in the jungle. See who they can find. Looking for Crystallize. He's in. He gets the first silence off. Manta will remove it, but there's the second. He did start to morph in time. The pullback's there with the Remnant. Static Storm down, trying to hold Funnick back. The ult from Elder Titan won't clip the 2 of them. TP out from Crystallize is successful. He'll get out of there. Slayer will be left behind. Ilias tries for the TP out, but Miposhka's in with the cancel. Has the swap available.
You just sit on their base constantly.
They're going to try and go in a bit on the Deucer. They do drop the wards down. Funnick is just into the backlines, hitting this silence onto all 3 of them. He's got the Dissimulator jump over to look to nuke down Slayer, and Slayer's gone and down. godlike now for Funnick. Nyx committing with the BKB and the Stone Gaze. Crystallize has to waveform back. You'll set up. Funnick hasn't got the remnant for another second, but the Sprout is actually holding Ilias down and it's set up for the own combo of Funnick. Buyback comes out from Rasta. We'll see what setup he can find. He looks for the Hex onto Nyx, but they turn the magic missiles there. They do manage to drag the Medusa back into the Static Storm. Shackle's well, but another swap. Miposhka keeping Nyx safe and out of this Slayer. He's almost certainly going to go down the second time. He's trying to hide in the trees, but the Venge illusion will find him. Magical rolling forward, looking for the bounce, controlling Nyx. Nyx, he's just standing his ground and still seeing it full HP and full mana. Kasani tries to catch Magical as he comes out of the Rolling Thunder. Will not be able to do so. Magical can get far enough away. The GG trees are being thrown down by HellRaisers. They feel strong and confident. This is going to be a very hard hold on the side. Funnick setups in, jumps in, finds his target. The Disruptor's down. He's going to buy back. Shackle control as well as the wards, but it's broken by Miposhka with the swap. Nyx goes in with the BKB. 2 kills for him. Over towards Magical. He jumps away with the swashbuckle, but Funnick, he chases him down, jumps over. The Essence Ring buys Magical some time, but it isn't enough. The Vessel's down on him. They lose the Pangolier. He buys back Funnick. Can he jump out? He has the Astral Step, but he's taking hits from the tower. Is he going to die? He will. They finally kill the Void Spirit. Funnick's not messing around, though. He wants to get straight back into the action. An instant buyback from him as HellRaisers are continuing with this push. Another tier 3 down. A second set of racks exposed. NAVI, they've got Crystallized back in the action. They've got to do something big. Tries for a quick nuke onto Roger. It's not enough to burst him low enough. Jump forward from Funnick. Plays with the counter to look towards Crystallize. Waveform away is used. Funnick is trapped by the trees for now. Resonant Pulse provides him the safety he requires. Stomp clips onto Pasha. Crystallize trying to finish off Funnick, but the Spirit Vessel is on to Crystallize. They do get the Void Spirit kill. Hex on to Nyx, but not before he was able to pop Stone Gaze. That kill onto Funnick will be enough to stop HellRaisers from sticking around any further.
They don't have to go rush right now.
They're going to lose this Brax if they don't. The pop fortification, they're not making the call to head back. They're just staying out around this Roche area. Rolling Thunder from Magical is going to play around them for a bit. This is going to get the base. Yeah, Navi's going to get the full set down bottom.
They need to start hitting front on Dire as soon as possible until the TP. And now they should start backing now. Now they're back.
See how long they stick around for. The glimpse will send the Medusa back away. So there's no longer a Medusa here for this defense. He's been sent back towards the Roche pit, allowing Na'Vi the space to kill off the Venge. Nyx is slowly making his way back over. Na'Vi will now back off. They know the Medusa's inbound, and obviously with the Rapier, they do not want to mess with him. Catches there onto Crystallize. Can they save him? They cannot. They do manage to catch heroes on the way out. HellRaisers getting both Crystallize and Slayer.
It's always in front, even though he shouldn't be.
Here's the buyback. What can they do to stop this Medusa down? It seems hard with the Solar Crest buffing him up too. He's incredibly strong. The Tier 4s are down. He can, if he wants, just start hitting this Ancient. There's very little that seems the Na'Vi can do to stop this. Crystallize takes the Spirit Vessel to the face. He's able to put the Manta, try and get out of there. The Remnant from Funnick won't catch him. Hex onto the Medusa just to try and slow down this damage output. Magical jumps in with the Shield Crash and the Essence Ring. That buff keeping him safe enough to stay alive. Jumps over with the Swashbuckle, but he's been silenced up. They're on top of him, and the Magic Missile stopping him from being able to get the ultimate off. He's now dead for 70. No buyback on the Pango. Pasha falls as well. He himself has got buyback available, but Nyx, he's focusing the throne. They're looking to close this one out, HellRaisers. Slayer, he's trying to hold Funnick down, but the Magic Missile cancels the Shackle. Static Storm is there to control Kasani, but the Medusa just steps over. Star's taking them out. Triple kill for Nyx. They're onto the Ancient. HellRaisers, they're looking to close this down. They've got so much damage. Is it enough damage through the backdoor protection with that Rapier? It certainly is, as HellRaisers, they clean up game 3, and with that, the series as a whole, this best of 5 is going to go to them.